Tenten. There's perhaps no other character in the Naruto verse who's been subjected to more jokes about being useless than her. While I'm sure we can all come up with a few good jokes at the expense of Tenten's character, this video isn't about bashing her uselessness. Instead, it's about explaining why she chose to become a weapon specialist, which ironically was driven by her anguish at the fact that she was perceived as being useless. In the Konoha Hiden novel, A Perfect Day for a Wedding, which was released as a part of the Naruto New Era project, we get a chapter narrated by Tenten where she struggles to come up with the perfect wedding gift for Naruto and Hinata. Now, I'm certainly not a Tenten fan, but I do believe that this narration adds layers to her character that would have been nice to see in the Naruto manga, hell, even in the anime. During the short flashback sequence, Tenten's character gets a character arc that is better than anything we've seen given to her in the original story, and it fits in perfectly with the Naruto themes, which are hard work, perseverance, and finding your own way. It's here that I'll narrate the passage in question, and I quote, "To begin with, Tenten had never been a ninja with mastery over a wide variety of jutsu. Ever since the old days, while she did have a talent for space-time ninjutsu, her chakra control was worse than all the other ninjas. She realized early on that she'd never be the sort of ninja who could pull out a large-scale or complicated ninjutsu. However, just because she noticed that early on, didn't mean that Tenten had given up on being a strong and impressive kunoichi. She didn't have that sort of weak mindset. In her case, it had been a good thing that she had learned what she was best suited for and what she was bad at while she was still young. Because as soon as Tenten knew what her limits were, she started to frantically think about what field would be best suited for her as a shinobi. It was then she found the answer: ninja weaponry. Handling weapons like shuriken and kunai was the norm for anyone who calls themselves a shinobi, but there was no one who specialized in ninja weaponry, let alone anyone who mastered it. That is why she decided to devote herself to it. It went without being said that she aimed to be more skillful than any other shinobi when it came to common weapons, but she also trained herself to fight with weapons a shinobi wouldn't think to use in battle or rarely use. She wanted to master weapons that no other shinobi could recognize on sight, weapons of every kind and variety. Tenten would forge her path to walk on, one weapon at a time. Her reason was likely because her teacher, Guy, and her classmates, Neji and Lee. They influenced her greatly, more than she could ever tell them. Guy's name was renowned around the village as being the best taijutsu user. Lee admired him, simple-mindedly training to be just like him, maybe even surpass him. Neji was a genius in the gentle fist, passed down by the renowned Hyuga family. She had nothing. She was Tenten. She was never going to reach their level of stamina and strength. She could never hope to compare herself to them. However, it didn't stop her from doing so, even though she felt she was quickly falling behind them. I'm the most incapable on this team, she thought. That is why she would become armed with kunai and other weapons, so she could equal Neji and Lee, so she could one day walk alongside them. End quote. Wow. Just in those few paragraphs, we learned more about Tenten than we had ever known before. In the novel, we catch glimpses of her training, obsessing over the basics of kunai throwing, but it's never explained until this passage of why she's obsessing over the angle she's throwing the kunai. Even 5 years after Neji's death, she still works hard to hone her skills so she can be considered equal to he and Lee. In the passage above, we saw her coming to grips with the fact that she was on a team with more talented shinobi and that she could not hope to keep up with them as long as she walked on the same path as them, because she would continue to be in their shadows. The idea of her deciding to learn ninja weaponry is absolutely fascinating, especially since it is stated that there wasn't another weapon specialist in the village, which means that she would have been the first. This is a missed opportunity to develop a character more, especially given the circumstances of the Fourth Great Ninja War. Tenten got robbed of development in my opinion. So what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Have an awesome day.